bad. Can't believe that you hurt me that bad.
Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show, baby. Let's go.
Straight from the Yeah, straight from the Killa. You know, wicked. You know what's doing. Yeah, that's what I'm slinging below. Just live by that. Came up, came down, stayed down, grinded on, stayed real, caught the clown.
Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Hour number 2 of the show. Last hour of the show today, man. Had a real hectic schedule today, man. So I'm not going to be able to do a full 3 hours, but we are scheduled to have my man Jeff Fox at 1 p.m. Eastern Time today right here on WSME. Make sure you stay tuned in. And later on tonight, the Kicking It with Kesey show, my man Kesey, tonight on WSME as well. Shouts out to Jeff Fox, the microwave, cooking with the microwave yesterday, man. My man Jelani last night came on and blessed us on WSME for the Wait a Minute show. I'm not able to participate a lot because I'm doing a lot of stuff after my show. But I'm listening. I usually have it on my phone or whatever. If I'm driving in the car, if I'm doing something, I'll have it on the background, man. So shouts out to all of the show hosts, man, listening or performing their shows on WSME, and to all of the Stewies and the Stewettes that support them, man. And listen, we got some great shows, some great hosts, man. Shouts out to them. Yes, sir. So have y'all heard this story, man, about Clinton Portis, former Washington running back Clinton Portis, contemplated killing one of his former financial managers after losing millions of dollars in various investments, helping to wipe out part of his NFL fortune. In a story published by Sports Illustrated, Portis recounted a night 4 years ago in which he sat in his car outside of the building holding a gun and waiting for one of the managers he felt had ruined him financially. That's right. Portis had made $43 million in the 9-year NFL career, but most of it had either been spent or lost through investments or, as one lawsuit asserted, bank withdrawals without his consent. The dude is now living in a 2-bedroom apartment in Virginia, and among other jobs, he helps with Redskins television broadcasts in the preseason. What? He told a magazine he has found peace within his life. He says, quote, most people would have offed themselves if they had to deal with that, with what I had to deal with, he said. Life is so much clearer after coming out of that storm, man. I absolutely hate hearing stories like that, man. But when I hear stories like that, man, it's not new. And I'm sure they actually did a 30 for 30 on this, and talking about how athletes lose their money and some of the trials and tribulations that they've encountered in their lives. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. But whenever I hear a story like this, man, it just echoes the point, man, that everybody needs mentorship. Listen to me. Follow me on this, man. Everybody needs mentorship. Everybody needs someone that they could rely upon and ask questions of. Not just like when you're in school, that shouldn't end. That shouldn't end. You should have somebody, man, that's successful, or somebody that you can go and talk to give you advice. With age comes wisdom, man. And I tell a story all the time when my brother got drafted by the Lions, and this was probably maybe the next day after he got drafted. Or maybe it was right after he actually signed his deal. I don't remember. It was a long damn time ago. And I sat him down, man, And I was like, listen, man, I need you to understand something right now. Now, you know, my brother didn't make $43 million. He played 5 years in the NFL, was cut one time. He made basically, you know, the base salary of players at that time, whatever it was. So a couple $100,000 is still a lot of money where we come from. And so I sat him down and I was like, listen, man, I need you to understand something, okay? This money that you're making, you need to spread it out over 40 years. What do you mean by that, Doug? No, the money that you're bringing home right now, you need to take that money, divide it by 40, which you would have worked a normal job in your entire life. Whatever that number is that you come up with, that's the amount of money you need to put in your budget for the year. Oh, he had this look on his face like he didn't understand what I was saying. No, man, you can't go out and spend this money like you're going to make this money every year for the next 40 years. You're going to make this money between 3 and 5 years, maybe a little bit longer if you're lucky, but the numbers say that you're going to be out of this league in 4 years. I'm telling this guy this. At 22 years old, I'm telling him this. I'm like, listen, man, we see it all the times. These cats blow this money. You got much less money, but you're making good money in relative terms. If you take this money and split it up, say over 40 years, and whatever that number you come out with, that's the amount of money you need to budget for spending in a year's time. And you will be good. I don't think I said it back then because it wasn't a thing. You'll be Gucci. And the proof is in the pudding. My brother is chilling, playing golf every single day, and I'm doing a podcast for y'all. Yeah. Yeah. And in comparison to this story we're hearing about Clinton Portis, man, it's sad. Like, I don't see, there's no way, man, and I've always been frugal with my money. The fact that I'm able to do this podcast and to hang with y'all every day for 3 hours is because I had good, sound advice from financial advisors. Remember I just talked about the whole mentorship thing? You know, I've seen the story many, many times before, these agents taking their players' money. And so when I was trying to find a financial advisor, what I did is I called somebody that I saw as being a successful person in life. I'm not going to mention his name, but he worked here in Atlanta for a company for like 40 years or 30 years or whatever, man, retired early. And every time I turn around, he had a Benz in the driveway, you know. And once again, he was probably like in his mid-50s, friend of the family, one of my kind of like the godfather to my kids, known through my wife. And so I called him. You know, and I asked him, who did he use? Who was his financial advisor? He told me the person's name. He said he'd been using him for like 25 years. That's all I needed to know. And working with a guy 25 years, he never tried to steal his money. He never tried to sham him. He never tried to do any shady thing. So he had a record of success with this guy. And every other darn day, I had somebody tell me, hey, here's the card to my financial advisor. You need to use this guy, or so and so and so. I didn't know these people. I didn't trust these people, so I went with something that I knew and that I witnessed for myself. And the rest is history. And my financial advisor, I've been using them ever since we got our second contract and doing the 2 hours students. Right, I've been using this guy ever since our second contract. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. The same financial advisor. And he's been a godsend. Like, I don't know what I would have been doing, where I would have been at, you know, a couple of months after they told us to leave the building at the job that we had 4+ years ago. I don't know what I would have been doing. Probably would have turned to a life of crime. Right. Probably would have turned to a life of crime. Probably been on the corner or something like that. I don't know. I'm exaggerating. But man, it just hurts me, man. If one person could have talked to Clinton Portis, man, and he would have listened, mentorship, wisdom, somebody that's been there and done that, man. The man made $43 million. All right, so say you cut that in half with taxes. And he came home with $23 million. The man had $23 million. And tax is not even that much. But just for the purpose of this. Say the man had $23 million cash money There's no way he ain't supposed to live off that, man. Ain't no way. You can live off the interest from $23 million and live good. You can just put it in a bank and get what's average percentage or interest in a year's time in a bank? What, 4%? 5%? 4% of $1 million or $23 million? Let me do this real quickly. I'm sorry, I got to do this math. So $23 million, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. $23 million times 0.03. Let's say 0.03%. That's $690,000 a year if you just let it sit in the bank. Did you hear what I just said? $23 million, okay? $23 million at 3% interest in a year sitting in a bank. You bring home, not the money, not the principal, you bring home $700,000 a year? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I mean, these stories, that story, man, it just hurts me so much, man, because it's not even that hard. You don't even have to do a lot with that amount of capital, man. You don't have to do all of these exotic investments or whatever, man. $23 million sitting in a bank account, man, where you can go to the ATM and put in your passcode, man, and see your balance at $23 million. It just hurts me, man. That's one of the saddest things I've ever heard in my life. And we see that's Portis isn't the only one, but Portis, I guess at the end of the day, he felt so bad about these cats taking his money, man. And he was gonna end one of them dudes' life. It's crazy, man. 404-382-0338 from J. Clyde, the Snow Bunny Hunter. He says, I had a homeboy that played in the league for like 6 years, never making more than $1 million a year. Dude been retired since 2012, just chilling. Peeps need to learn to manage money. Praise his holy name. Yes. Man, I would love to just go out and play golf every single day. I would just love it. Fishing, trips to Vegas. I would just love it. $23 million? $23 million? And you broke? It's unbelievable, man. From Cornelius Small, he would have to spread that across hundreds of banks. Only $250,000 is insured. True. That's another part of it. And I didn't even think about that aspect of that whole equation that I gave. Yeah. But Cornelius Small, you just figured it out in 5 minutes listening to the Doug Stewart Show. It ain't that hard. He could have figured it out. From the Marching Podcast, the lives they are living is not even with the money they are making. Crazy. From Big L X Squad, he got his mom a Cadillac Suburban. That got repossessed. Wow. Lord, please let me make some big money again one time in my life. Just one more time, Lord. Please, Lord. Please. Can I get $23 million like Clinton Portis? Cash money? Please. I promise you, Lord, I won't blow it. I promise you. I'll make charitable donations, Lord. I'll look out for the poor, the hungry. Please, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for the blessings you've bestowed already. Thank you, Lord, for allowing me to eat every day, put a roof over my kids' head, clothes on their back, Lord. Thank you for that. But can you let me hit one more good lick? Just one more good lick, Lord, and I'll be good. Back in 3 minutes.